This is one of a series of videos that deals with naming and writing formulas for different types of compounds. This video will be focusing on writing the formulas for covalent compounds. So remember, a covalent compound is any compound that is composed of two or more nonmetals. If you are given a covalent compound and you are asked to convert from the name to the formula for that compound, you would follow these four rules. So let's say you were asked to take this compound, dinitrogen hexoxide, and convert it to the correct formula. Well, first you have to be able to identify that this is a covalent compound. The first element, nitrogen, and the second element, oxide, I would notice that both of them are nonmetals. Therefore, this would be a covalent compound. I would therefore need to use the covalent compound rules for writing the formula. The first step would be write the symbol for the first element. Nitrogen, the symbol for nitrogen is N. Step 2, convert the first prefix to a subscript for the first element. My first prefix is di. And right here, I find that di is equal to the number 2. So the 2 becomes the subscript for nitrogen. Step 3 says write the symbol for the second element, which is oxide or oxygen. And then step 4 says convert the second prefix to a subscript for the second element. So the second prefix is hexa. Hex is the prefix for the number 6. The 6 becomes the subscript for oxygen. N2O6 would be the chemical formula for dinitrogen hexoxide. Here we have a compound, trisulfur decabromide. This is a covalent compound because both sulfur and bromide are nonmetals. So to write the formula for this compound, step 1, you would write the symbol for the first element, sulfur, which is S. Step 2, you're going to convert your first prefix to a subscript for the first element. So tri, the prefix, is equal to the number 3. The 3 becomes the subscript for my first element. Step 3, I'm going to write the symbol for my second element, bromide. And the second prefix, deca, becomes the subscript for the second element. Deca is the prefix for the number 10. So S3Br10 would be the formula for trisulfur decabromide. Here we have carbon monoxide. And I want you to write the formula for this compound. Now, this is a covalent compound because both carbon and oxide are nonmetals. So the rules are the same. So the rules for writing the formula would be 1, write the symbol for the first element. So the symbol for carbon would be C. 2, convert the first prefix to a subscript for the first element. When I look here in front of carbon, there is no prefix. So there's a rule that says anytime you have one of the first element, the prefix is never written. So because I don't see a prefix, that means I have one carbon. Remember, we never write the 1 when writing the formula. It's always understood. So the formula for the first nonmetal would be just C. Step 3, write the symbol for the second element. Oxide, the symbol would be O. And then convert the second prefix to a subscript for the second element. My second prefix is mono. Mono is equal to the number 1. Good. So the correct formula for carbon monoxide would be CO. Let's write the formula for carbon dioxide, which is also a covalent compound because both carbon and oxygen are nonmetals. Step 1, write the symbol for the first element, which would be C. Step 2, convert the prefix for the first element as a subscript for the first element. Since there is no prefix, we understand that the subscript would be 1. We never write the 1, it's always understood. Step 3, you will write the symbol for the second element, which is oxide or oxygen. You would then, step 4, you're going to take the second prefix and convert it to a subscript for the second element. So di would be equal to 2. So the formula for carbon dioxide would be CO2. So those are your examples that will help you in writing the formulas for covalent compounds. You will get additional practice with writing the formula for covalent compounds.